All right. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. How are you guys doing? Okay. Welcome to your first private webinar. Okay. We got 197 people in here. Let's give it some time. Let everyone start coming in. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. You guys were able to hear me just fine? Great, 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 great. All right, all right, all right. So we got a lot of things to cover. Okay, this webinar is going to be an hour and 10 minutes long, more or less. And also, I'm going to be making a major announcement regarding the Iconic Trader program towards the end of the webinar as well. But for now, let's go over everything that we need to cover from weeks 1 all the way through week 4. How many of you guys have actually had very high aha moments this year? Okay, all of your weeks, week 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of you guys had aha moments? Because we're going to be covering a lot of these things piece by piece, and we'll go over them one by one. Yeah, I haven't started the screen sharing yet. Just stand by. I will get that ready for you guys. Give me 1 second here. Let me get it up and running. All right. All right. Okay. So a lot of you guys saying you guys had some aha moments. Okay, great, great. Okay, I'm turning on the screen sharing right now. Let me know when you guys can see them. Okay. Screen should be up and running as well. Okay. Yeah, visible. All right. Yeah, not to worry. Some of you guys are asking about if this webinar is recorded. Yes, it is recorded as well. So you will be able to watch this later on to recap as well. Okay, so screen up and running for you guys. Yeah, okay, a lot of you guys are saying yes about that. Okay, great, great. So generally in my webinars, I ask where everybody is from and et cetera, but I know all of you guys. All of you guys are students. You guys are here, and I want to see your name regularly. You know, in these webinars, in the Iconic Trader programs, I want to see your names regularly because just to let you guys know, we have officially opened our prop firm as well. If your name stands out, if you are actually consistent with what you're doing, then we will fly you into Dubai. I will personally train you, and you can work with us in our prop firm. Okay, it'll be great to work and trade side by side. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, so one last final check. Sound and screen sharing is on. Yeah. Okay, some of you guys are saying where you guys are from. Italy, South Africa, Ghana, Kenya. Great, great, great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So let's talk about some of the things that you guys have picked up on so far. Okay. One of the things, can I just look at a chart like this? I'm currently looking at Euro USD. Can I just look at a chart like this and I say, okay, this looks like an uptrend, so I need to buy? Can I just do that? Okay, I'm testing you guys' knowledge here. Okay, I want to see you guys are following along the courses, and this is just not another investment that you have made blindly thinking if I just throw money at this course, I'll become rich. No. We are here to make it as easy as possible, but if you put in a little bit of work, we can work together. Okay, I can help you cross to the other side. Okay, for those of you whose the video is not connecting, try refreshing your page. It should be fine. All right, so we cannot just blindly trade based on what we see visually. Okay, if you just focus on what you see visually on one single chart without understanding why the market should move, then everything is going to go out the window. You're going to have a coin toss of a performance, which means you can have a winning streak of 1, 2, 3 trades, but then at the end, it will take all your money back. Okay, how many of you guys have experienced that? So what is our number one thing as MPA 2.0 traders? What is our number one thing that you need to tackle and master? Is consistency. You're only as good of a trader as you are is if you can do it again and again and again and again and again. Okay? Okay. So before we go into the big trades, the stuff I told you guys about, we're going to be covering into the Iconic Trader program, the big trades, the 5-6 figure trades. We want to make sure you can take the little trades day in and day out regularly without fail. Okay. Or as close to as the odds being in your favor. Okay. So we need that consistency to stack up in your favor. Now, so let's talk about some of these things here. Okay, I'm going to walk you through certain things. Now, for fundamentals, you want to check a few things. Let's say, I'm going to quiz you guys a little bit. Okay, let me go whiteboard. Here we go. Whiteboard coming up. Oh, not white restaurant. That's racist. It's like, 1 second. Whiteboard. Here we go. All right, 1 second. Let this load up. All right, here we go. Okay, what I'm about to teach you guys doesn't have to be on, the 5 minutes, the 3 minutes, the 1 hour, the 4 hours, blah, blah, blah. However, it is better if you're able to trade the smaller time frames for this particular cheese edge that I've been trying to train you for, okay? Leading up till now, because I know how busy many of you guys are, I want to know that if you guys sit down to trade, you are able to take a trade within the hour or 2 hours at tops and be done with it, rather than it's following you around and really irritating you for 3 or 4 or 5 days. And then at the end, it says you missed it or that was a bad trade. That's a horrible feeling, okay? Especially if you're a part-time trader, it's going to really get to you. You're going to feel like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel lost. I'm all confused. We want to stay away from that because we want to build your confidence up first, okay? So if the news comes out, okay, here's the news. Okay, I'm going to write this down. So the news is for euro. Okay. Okay. The news comes out for euro. It is a important news, and they're talking about interest rates. Okay. Interest rates. Now, okay. In the interest rates, they're talking about, okay, the previously, let's say it was 1.5%. Okay, remember, this is not a math class. I'm just trying to have you understand when the numbers change. That's it. Okay, so previously was 1.5%. Okay, that's previously. Forecasted, okay, there's talks about them cutting the interest rate to 1.2%. Okay, is that good for the economy or bad for the economy? Okay. Is that good for the economy or bad for the economy? Okay, some of you guys are saying sell it. Okay, so it's bad for the economy, right? Now, if the actual number comes out, and they decided to change things around and say we're going to actually make it 1.6%, what does that mean for you? What will that mean for you? Okay, I'm testing you guys. Okay, this is a shock in the market. Okay, they were expecting bad news. They were already expecting bad news. Good news came out. This is a massive, massive shock in the market. Another thing is interest rates in your top 5 news events that you need to focus on. Okay, the reason why this is a shock is they were expecting the markets to go down. And the reality, when the results came out, it actually went up. That is a change in direction. That is a change in direction from the perception. Okay, that will panic the market. Okay, now that it's a shock, that means all the analysts around the world were wrong. Okay, all the big analysts around the world were wrong from what they've understood the market. It's just a shock from the market. So this is a major news. So now we're looking at euro having a potential travel plan going from whatever price it is right now to a potential higher price over the next, several days up to a month or 2 months. Okay. Okay. So now, Bezad, you're saying, what if the actual is 1.4%? Okay. That's still fine. It is lower than the previous time. It is better than the forecast, but it is still lower. You want to be careful with those ones where it's in between the two. Okay? You can get some whipsaws, but it still means it is bad. Okay, you have to look at it like that. From the last time until now, it's still bad. Okay? So far, so good. Everyone with me so far? We're not doing a math class here. We're just saying, did the numbers change? Yeah? Okay, everyone knows how to do that, right? Okay, good. Good. All right, let's move further. Now, if we get that news and saying euro is going to be strong, the next thing we want to do is keep in the back of our mind that, okay, euro, don't forget euro. It's a shocker, right? We're going to underline it. We're going to say it. We're going to put it in our categories of it is a strong pair. Okay, we're just doing an example right now. So we're saying euro is very, very strong. And it's not just a little bit strong, it's shockingly strong. It's very, very good. So now, when we look at the Euro USD, okay, let's say we're right over here. We're right over here, and we say this is Asia open right here, and this is Asia close until until London open. So that's the high of Asia, the highest point since Asia opened. And here is the lowest point. As you can see right here, the wick comes down till here. So the highest point and lowest point of Asia. Now on week 4, you guys have all studied a session break power, right? The power of the session break where the markets take it down and it goes down like this. And you're like, oh my goodness, look at the power going down for a weak euro. For a weak euro. So far, so good. Everyone with me? We're seeing the markets go down in front of our eyes, saying the euro is weak and the dollar is strong. Now, what should be going on into your mind right now? What should be going on into your mind right now? Okay. Yeah, so there's a power, and Chris, you're saying there's power and session break. That's good. But there is a conflict of your knowledge of the market. You're like, wait a minute, I thought the euro was strong, but it's showing me it's weak. You cannot trade this. You have to stand by. Yeah, there you go, Billy. That's the right understanding. Don't trade yet. Lorenzo, there you go. Not clear what way it will go. Very good. Stand by. Don't touch it. You will be in for a surprise. You can get trapped. Be very, very careful. Think about it this way. What if I told all of you guys, that for sure your iPhones that all of you guys own will suddenly become a vintage piece. And over the next year, your iPhone will be worth $40,000. So if the price of the iPhone right now is $500, then tomorrow it drops to $400, $300, $200. As the world panics for you, you are starting to salivate. Like, oh my goodness, that's a fantastic deal. Because you know what you're looking forward to based on your research rather than panicking from the 300, 200, 100. Does that make sense? You know that you're getting a better price rather than the markets are going down for a sell. The mentality has shifted. The way you're thinking has shifted. However, can we ignore power? No, never ignore the power. For now, at this moment, the power is saying the sellers are here. Stand by. Okay? Once London takes it down, turns it back around and brings it back inside Asia, you're like, wait a minute. That low never happened. It's as if it didn't exist. As if it didn't exist. That power, what just happened means the market activated. It activated. Many people turn sellers, and the big boys are like, good. Get them all to sell because I can't buy without sellers. Okay, if you want to buy 10 iPhones, but there's only one person willing to sell it to you, can you buy 10 iPhones? It's humanly not possible. So If the prices keep dropping, then everyone's going to say, I need to throw away my iPhone. This is ridiculous. I'll sell it for whatever price I can get. And then you can buy all the iPhones you want to load up on. This basically indicates the power in the market has activated. Trading is now alive. Okay, you guys have some aha moments right now? You guys are following along with me, piece by piece? Yeah, for you to trade well, you need activity. You need to know what the big boys are up to. Okay? All right, good. Okay, looks like you're all following along nice and well. If at any point there's any confusions, anywhere where you're getting lost, don't worry. We are here. You have the support channel. Reach out to us. Open up a ticket. We'll assist you. Yes, and ABD, you're asking if it's recorded. It is recorded, so don't worry on that as well. Okay, so shall we do another example? We'll do another example. I'll flip the story around a little bit, okay? I'll flip the story around a little bit. Okay, now, let's change things around. I'll take you to a different day. Okay, I'll take you through a different day. All right, let's take a look at this day here. Now, in this day, there are no tricks. Okay, news came out 4 days ago for Euro, and it said, an important news, it said Euro was weak. It was not shocking. It just said from the 5 important news events, Euro was weak. So in the back of your mind, you're saying, okay, Euro's weak. I can totally be on with that. Euro is weak. That's fine. So you sit down today. This is your day, right? This is your today. You're sitting down today and you're like, okay, I just came home from work, or before I go to work, I'm going to open up the markets because I can trade London or I can trade New York and et cetera, et cetera. And since this is today for you, you're watching very carefully of, if you're trading from this particular moment in Asia, if you guys are located in Asia, so you're saying, okay, this is my New York lowest point. This is my New York highest point. Asia opens up and it does this. Did Asia go outside New York from the previous day? Did Asia go outside that? Okay. And the answer is no. So for those who are trading in Asia, there is no trades for you. You stand by. Don't force a trade because you know Euro is weak. Don't trade until the activity is on. Okay? Right now, you're not in the practice of anticipating the moves. Right now, I just want you to get consistent and make money without trying to predict the markets. Okay? Predicting, anticipating, all this stuff is going to be in a much more advanced course in the Iconic Trader program. But for now, stand by. So Asia traders, nothing. There's no trade for you. London opens up right here. Okay, that's London. So that means you not only do you know the New York's highest point. I'm going to put New York here. That's the high of New York. Ooh, that's the high of New York, and that's the low of New York, right? Okay, and for Asia, you now know this is the highest point of Asia. This is the lowest point of Asia. Once London opened here, what did London do? London took out Asia's low. London took out yesterday's New York low. Does this now, technically, power has activated, but does it also agree with your fundamental backing of why this is going to be a decent trade? Does it agree? Does it line up? Yes? Okay. Having that said, going forward, every single trade that pulls back is going to be your trade that you can make money off of and ride that flow with the markets. We haven't got into how you do that yet. This is going to be all of next month. You're going to be practicing on how to get into those. But for now, you need to understand the core of these cheese trades. Okay, Adrian, that's correct. You're saying that, but that pullback is too fast. It'll all make sense as you go through the next weeks and ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. It'll make more sense from week 5 onwards. Okay, but for now, you just need to understand why you should be interested in Euro USD on this particular day during London. But in Asia, you don't touch it. You cannot touch it. So far, so good? I'm trying to give it to you like a rule-based format, so that way there's no confusion, there's no ifs and buts, and maybe it's very vague, I didn't know what that means, none of that stuff. Okay, I'm trying to take you as direct as possible. Okay, it's the same with stocks. Stocks, you're not doing Asia and London and New York. With stocks, you're doing based on yesterday to today. That's it. Okay, make sense? All right. Okay, so Behzad, you're saying this breach should be in the 15-minute charts, 15 or the 1-hour charts. Now, think about it. The highest point of Asia and the lowest point of Asia, will that be the same on the 3-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart? It will always be the same. Right? 1-minute chart, it will still be the same. Okay, so the time frame on when it breaks the session doesn't matter because it will always be the same. Okay. All right. So this was a very standard example. Lorenzo, you're saying, how about the volume? In this case, it's at the end of the move, which is not a good sign. Volume and stuff, I want you to hold on to it until the Iconic Trader program. That is not for you guys yet. Okay, not for you guys yet. That is only, it comes into when you want to anticipate these trades. That means pro traders are going to be activating their trades in here, but that is not something we're going to be talking about in the MPA 2.0. Okay, in the MPA 2.0, we're going to have you catch this trade, this trade, this trade for some quick money, $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, quick trades. However, going into the Iconic Trader program, we're going to be focusing on how you can anticipate, catch a major chunk of your lot size up here, and then add additional $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 as you go along the way. Okay, you see the difference here? But first, get good at these, because these are telling you it's going to work. It's going to work. These are telling you your research better be right. Your research better be right. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. All right. Now, Faisal, you're asking, how can I apply power to crypto? You have to look at it based on news events for cryptos, because a lot of the crypto stuff works based on fear in the market. If people are worried about the US dollar or the pound or Swiss franc, they're going to put money into cryptos. So you have to know when the fear-based event kicks in and once that activates the market. So look for the breaks of highs and lows of previous days when it comes to cryptos. Okay. Gregory, you're saying, hi, I'm late. Is the webinar recorded? Oh, Gregory, the webinar is actually not recorded. We were just talking about how this one trade can give you $10 million and we would never repeat this ever again. It's a secret. No, I'm totally joking. Yeah, it is recorded, not to worry. You will get the recordings as soon as this webinar is over. So don't worry. So far, so good. Audio, video, everything is okay. Yeah, you guys can still hear me just fine, clear and crisp, right? All right. All right, all this, Norman, that's a good question. How to use the FX Meter app on Cheese Trades. Again, for Cheese Trades, the FX Meter app, we'll discuss this again in the Iconic Trader program. Not right now. Not right now. Okay, Marco, you're saying, could you analyze pound yen in the actual section, please? We need to cover the concepts first. Okay, I always get a lot of questions of, hey, can you look at Euro USD right now? How about gold right now? If that's the focus right now, then all the mind, what's going to happen is it's going to look at, what should I do now to make money right now? I don't want you to make money right now. I want you to make money for a lifetime. So focus and understand everything so far. Okay? All right. How many of you guys here are a bit confused? Mohammed, I see all clear except I'm lost. Shall we do another couple more examples? Okay. Adrian, you're saying we do not follow big boy time frame anymore. This is your big boy time frame, basically. So the 15 that I'm looking at here, Okay, for those of you who are confused about what is this BBTF that the person asked, BBTF is not best friends, for it's not best friends. It's actually it's considered big boys. It has to do with multiple time frames. This is something that's not covered yet. It's going to come into your MPA 2.0 later. So that's not something we need to discuss right now. As of right now, I need to make sure all of you guys are on point so far with understanding the knowledge that I've shown you so far. Okay, Satish, that's a very good question. How to apply concept in crude oil? That's a very good question. How many of you guys have read the notes below the video when I talked about fundamentals? Okay, you guys have read the notes below there? I hope these notes below the videos are useful for you guys. I put a lot of time and work into them to make sure those notes are something you can really, take home with you and really understand. So, all right. So some of you guys are talking about crude oil and saying you guys do understand, but let's do an example. Let me take you to USD CAD. Okay. Let me take you to USD CAD. So now I'm going to put you right here on this day. Okay. I'm going to put you right here on this day. And I'm going to throw a little bit of a curveball for you. Okay. Ready? So I'm going to test your knowledge a little bit to see if you've really understood. If any of you guys have not understood, don't forget to reach out to the support team. We will assist you from there. Don't worry, we are here for you. For now, I'm going to discuss the crude oil stuff now. Okay. If you don't see crude oil in your calendars, be sure to use investing.com. That's what I use. They have some nice crude oil inventories coming out on a weekly basis over there. So you'll see them there. All right. Ethan, you're saying, how do you get session times? You want to look at any app out there or any website, just type Forex market hours. Okay. If you type Forex market hours on Google or on the App Store, you'll find it. Okay. Our app is also there. We're just updating it. It will be ready within a few months about market hours as well. Okay. All right. So looking at USD CAD. Now we're talking about crude oil. Why am I looking at USD CAD? Okay. Why am I looking at USD CAD? Am I not supposed to be looking at crude oil? Right. So to see crude oil, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this one here. I'm going to type in US oil. Okay, if I type in US oil, you will see it will say WTI crude oil. For some of you guys on your brokerages or your platforms, you might have different symbols for it. Okay, but I'm using WTI crude oil for me. I'm going to click on this. Excuse me. Okay, so you will see your oil chart here, which will be very similar to anything related to CAD. Okay, now why CAD? Okay, Canada sells a lot of their oil to the US. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, as simple as that. Don't go into the details of like, oh my God, this is another professor teaching me about economic. No. I'm not one of those boring old guys. Don't worry. So Canada sells a lot of their oil to the US. So if the oil is expensive, Canada makes more money. If the oil is cheap, when Canada sells their oil, they make less money. Sounds fair enough? So, oil good, Canada good. Oil bad, Canada bad. Okay? Just think of it like some immigrant speaking, saying, okay, oil good, Canada good. Oil bad, Canada bad. That's your mantra. Tattoo it. Okay? All right. Now, in this particular case, let me go back to USD CAD. So let's walk through a particular example, okay? And I'm going to throw a curveball at you a little bit. So now, oil news comes out on this day, okay? Oil news comes out right around here, let's say. Around here. You're sitting down, you're chilling, you open up, Levi, you're saying I need a new tattoo. Okay, so you're sitting down at home. You're like, let me open up the economic calendar. Let's see what's in store for me. The economic calendar says today, crude oil inventories are coming up. And you're like, I don't care what that means. All I know is oil good, Canada good. Oil bad, Canada bad. Sound like a caveman. All right, so crude oil, right? All right, so the inventory comes out. Now, here it is, you got to be very careful with the inventories. If previously, okay, this is where it gets confusing sometimes. If previously the inventory says 1.9 million, okay, that means they had 1.9 million barrels, or you can say bottles if you want, or you can say 1.9 million gas stations around the world. That's just however you want to think about it, that's fine. 1.9 million of them. Okay, the forecast says 2.4 million. Now, what does that mean in terms of just the forecast? Okay, the number hasn't come out yet. They're just expecting it to go to 2.4 million. Is that actually good for crude oil or bad? Okay, is that good for go? There you go, guys. So Yasir, Ditra, oh, I see some goods. I see some bads. Okay, good. Look, there is one right answer for this, and the answer is bad. But those of you who are typing good, I want you to know one thing. You must fail at these things to get them right perfectly in the future. And I want to thank you and I applaud you for still interacting and participating. I do not look down on students who have bad answers. That is absolutely more than welcome. Okay, I want you guys to learn this. So now let me explain why this is bad. Okay, because they're expecting to be more oil. If there is more oil, people will not fight for oil and they will not offer more price. Okay, if there's more oil, then oil is given to you cheaper. But if there's less oil in the world, like imagine those documentaries you see, when there's less oil in the world, people will fight for it. The price will go higher. If there's less water in the world, people will fight for water. The price of water will rise. It's just like that. It's a typical supply and demand, right? Okay, so forget the word supply and demand. It just means if there's more oil, it's not good. It means the price of oil will go down. So now the actual number comes out. The actual number comes out and it says 2.5 million. So what does that mean? Okay, the number gets released and it says 2.5 million. Okay, so is that good? So now, is it with trajectory? Is it going as per expected? Okay, yeah, it's even worse, but it's in the direction. It's not a shock. Okay, it's in the direction. It's saying, yeah, oil, we're going to have a lot of oil. And Canada's like, oh man, too much oil means we have to sell it cheaper. And if we sell it cheaper, oil week means CAD week. Not good. Okay, so far so good. So oil is weak. Oil week equals CAD week. Okay, now oil week and CAD is weak. Which direction should this chart go? Up or down? Remember, the chart you're looking at always represents the left side. If this chart goes down, it means US dollar is getting weak and Canadian dollar is getting strong. But if this chart goes up, the opposite is true. US dollar is getting strong, Canadian dollar is getting weak. So if we want Canadian dollar weak, this chart needs to go upwards. Okay? Needs to go upwards. So having that said, around here is where you saw that news happen. Okay? But then the day ended. The day ended and it's like, nothing happened. The news came out, nothing happened. The next day, you come into the market. Okay? Asia opens right here at this dotted line. Asia opens. It goes all the way up until London, right here. So Asia has been open. This is the lowest point of Asia. This is the highest point of Asia. Now, did Asia do anything? Did Asia do anything? let's take one step further back and see what did the previous day, the last session do. So this was New York. That's the highest point of New York. Okay, this is where New York opens for me. So that's the highest point of New York. And here's the lowest point of New York. Did Asia do anything to New York? No, absolutely not. So is there a trade in Asia? No, there is no trade. So don't get caught into, but we broke support equals resistance, we should prepare to buy. Don't get caught into that. The power is not on yet. This is a simple SNR, means nothing. So far, so good? All right. Okay. Celesi, that's actually a very good question. News is valid for how many days until its trajectory is changed? You keep that sentiment until the trajectory is changed. Okay, so here we go. Let me remove this. Out. Okay, so nothing happened in Asia, and then London opens, and here's what London does. London takes it out. Okay. London takes it out. Your job now is to say, hey, power just activated. If I get a pullback, I will buy this. If I get a pullback, I will buy this. So far, so good? So far, so good? Okay, slowly. We're going to go slowly. Some of you guys are jumping ahead. Wait a minute. Power has activated, because remember, a lot of you guys can see into the future right now, but sit down at a live market. You can't see the future. I promise you. You can't see the future. So imagine all you see is here up until this point. You're going to be excited. You're going to think, wait, power just activated. Hooray. Let me get a pullback and I will buy this. You have to make sure the pullback doesn't come back inside. If it comes back inside, that power can be fake. It means it hasn't really activated yet. Notice all this time he goes out, he comes right back in. He goes out, he comes right back in. He goes out, he comes right back in. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, are you going to go out or not? Something is wrong, okay? When something is wrong, that's when you need to put on your investigation hat and try to figure it out. But the best thing you can do is not touch that trade. Okay? And it could be mainly due to something is happening with the US dollar. That's why they're not letting you fly to the north side. So what you can do is find something else with Canadian dollar. So let's say you look at Aussie CAD, and Aussie CAD says CAD is weak because of oil. Or like, okay, great. And Aussie is strong because of some news it did 2 days ago. So it's still hanging around that news. Okay, the market hasn't changed its sentiment. And you're looking at it, you're like, London in Aussie CAD broke like this. Right up to there. Forget the USD CAD, prepare Aussie CAD buying. So far, so good. Does that make sense what we just did there? On USD CAD, you can dump that because it's not giving you a clear indication, but Aussie CAD, you have fundamental backup and you have power lining up with you, telling you you're good. Your trade will perform a lot smoother on that trade. Okay? All right. Many times when your trades do not perform, you will see because your US dollar might also be weak. Okay? If your US dollar is also weak and your CAD is also weak, you're going to get stuck into this. You're going to get into a mess. Yeah? So this is how you can actually pick an ideal pair to find out where I can match these two things together. We need power, we need fundamentals, and then we need technicals. If you blindly follow technical analysis, you will make money, you will buy things, and then you will have to go back to the dealer and sell it back again. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to keep the things that you buy. And please, guys, don't buy liabilities. Buy assets. Okay, buy assets. Okay, you can buy a private jet, but you'll go a lot further if you buy a house. Okay, you guys are urban forex students. You're not some Instagram kids, you know, just buying a Ferrari and just wasting all that money. All right. All right. Okay, so far so good. Everyone with me? Okay, Adrian, you're saying, so when we start our day trading, we should look for session breaches that match our fundamental. Absolutely. Very nicely said. Absolutely. Powell, you're saying, but strong pair versus weak one isn't gapping into be violent? I'm not sure what that word is. How about strong versus average or weak versus average? Strong versus weak is going to be ideal for cheese trades. Okay. Okay. Holiday time can still work the same. That's a question out there. No, holiday time should not be treated the same. Holiday time is exactly what it sounds like. Holiday time. Take some time off. You owe it to your friends and family to spend some time with them. I know, like most of you guys, me also, my friends are like, hey man, you want to hang out? I'm trading, not today. So I know that's our typical answer, and it's great. I love trading just as much as you guys, but holiday time, you know, you need to make an effort to get away from the screen a little bit. Okay? All right. So far, so good up until this point. Okay. Okay, Hassan, how do you make your fundamentals table, Naveen? Okay, well, I put it into the course, but I'll just draw it here really quickly. I just draw a square. I put strong on one side, weak on the other side. And whenever a fundamental news comes out, if it's strong, I'll list it here. And if it's shocking, I'll make it bold or underlined. Otherwise, I'll just keep listing it normally. And if it's weak, I'll just put it on this side. Until things change, I'll just remove them and put it to the other side. If it doesn't change, I'll just leave them there. Okay, so I know the sentiment of the market, but you have to somewhat in your brain have an idea of the top 5 things I told you that I personally like to keep track of. Those can be stronger than the other news events. So if you keep track of stronger news events compared to the others, you will have a little bit of a better understanding of, I know the current news came out weak, but we had interest rate last week that was very, very strong. So the weak will have less value. Okay, so that is a judgment call you have to make. Okay. All right, Putra, you're saying, what if multiple news in one currencies come out? Then you need a clear direction if you have multiple newses. Okay, that's a very good question, actually, because, for example, you'll have some Euro news that will come out that will have strong, 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 and then 2 weak. That one, I put a star next to it. Okay, if you see a star on my fundamental charts inside the MPA 2.0, that means that is not a clear direction for me. And I don't need to force my opinion on it. I can just pick something else. Okay, don't force your opinion on something that you're not absolutely 100% sure about. Yeah, makes sense? Okay, all right. Nikor, you're saying, where do you get your news from? I use investing.com. Pierre, you're saying, how can we know when the pullback is over? I used to trade with the V formation. Okay, Pierre, that is a technical analysis question. It will come into the remaining 4 weeks. Priya, when do you take profit? Same thing. That's technical. It will come into the remaining 4 weeks. Okay. There is a lot of aha moments coming your way. This is not something to be taken lightly. There is a lot of stuff that I'm going to be giving you over the next 4 weeks, but none of that stuff will work if leading up until now, you're confused. If you are confused up until now, you must reach out to us. You must reach out to us because you need this to be solid, absolutely solid. Okay. All right. So a lot of you guys emailed us about the Iconic course. So let me explain a little bit about what the Iconic Trader program is. Now, the Iconic Trader program is a 1-year program. Let me start off by saying this. It is not for everybody, okay? And the reason why I say that, I know that's probably the worst thing you probably want to hear someone who's trying to sell the Iconic program to say, but I really want to be honest and upfront to you guys about. If you guys are here just trying stuff, testing stuff, seeing if this is right for you and if you've made the right career choice, blah, 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 MPA 2.0 is as far as you go. However, if this is a career you want to build on and you want to be with the best firm out there to take you to the next level, then the Iconic Trader program is going to be worth your time and investment. It is a 1-year long program. People don't even keep their spouses and girlfriends 1 year long these days. So I want you to think very carefully of, would you want to do something like this? Let me openly ask you guys right now, how do you feel about a 1-year program coming your way? Do you have enough motivation and gut to go through it? Or would you throw in the towel and say, 1 year is like, I can't do that. I have a fishbowl memory. Can't do it. Okay. So you need to really look at it like this is life-changing. This is life-changing. And I only want to spend time and energy and effort of my entire team to assist you to the highest possible level of your potential. Just like I brought you this far, the Iconic Trader program will take you 10x even further. 10x even further. Okay, so it's not for the faint of heart, obviously. So it is a 1-year long program. I'm rebuilding a lot of the material that you've seen, leading up to 2019. There's going to be topics about what is talking about set 1, set 2. Some of these things are going to be, like a lot of people are confused about set 1, set 2. I know some of you guys listening to set 1, set 2 right now, you're like, I'm not sure what that means. I'll explain that. I'll explain how to make the big bucks as well. Okay, how to anticipate a move before it actually happens, before the power actually kicks in. Okay, another thing, there will be volume added to it. Your concepts of volumes are going to be added to it. Money management will be added to it. Mindset, which means how do you go about your daily routines and your mindset? That's going to be added to it. You're going to have information like what type of trader are you added to it. So a lot of our previous courses will be into this program, but there is a whole bunch of new things coming into here. A couple of things that we're also trying to do. We're going to add in 2 live trading sessions into the program around mid-year. Okay, around mid-year, we're going to activate that as well. So that's going to start coming out too. 2 live daily sessions, we're going to be activating that around mid-year. Okay. Another thing that you want to look out for is my personal live trades are going to be broken down, okay, into that program as well, which means you're going to be able to see how I take certain types of trades, why I take them, and what is the analysis behind them based on everything you've learned so far. Okay, you'll have some of that in the MPA. All my cheese trades you'll see in the MPA 2.0. But all the bigger trades, the trades that go up to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, you'll see in the Iconic Trader program of why am I taking those trades? What does it, how is it going to affect you and what you're going to do with it? All of this stuff is a 1-year long program. We're going to open the doors for it next month, but we're not going to allow everyone to come in. We're going to do it by batches only. Okay, because like I said, we're going to invest a lot of time into you guys. I want to monitor everyone's performance. The goal is to get you as highly profitable as possible so I can personally pick out traders for my prop firm. Okay, I can personally pick out traders for my prop firm. So having that said, the price of the Iconic Trader program is going to be $149 per month. It is a 1-year program. If you pick it up for the whole year, you will be able to take 1 month price off as well. So you'll be paying for 11 months, but you get the whole 1 year for it. Okay. Now again, it is not going to be for everybody and not everyone's going to get in. It is going to be based on batches only, Okay. And as a reminder, it is not for everybody. Some people are not going to be equipped for this. But if you like the way I teach, if you like our education, and if you trust Urban Forex have bought you this far, they're going to take you to a level you've never seen before. You've never seen before. So I'll make the announcement regarding the Iconic Trader program and when we're going to take in some of the batches in within a few weeks. You'll get the email regarding that. But for now, you have to stand by. We are not getting you guys in. Okay, many of you guys have been with me for over almost 2 years, 3 years. Some of the oldest clients that I've had is more than 7 years right now. You guys are doing really well. You guys are still picking up my basic courses like MPA 2.0, and I really like that. And all the pro traders that are still around, the reviews that they give me is sometimes the basics have all the power in them. That is very often overlooked because we think we're a lot better than we actually are. So we need to make sure the basics are solid. Okay. Richard, you're saying how many hours a day would I need for the Iconic? It'll be similar to the MPA 2.0. It'll be similar to the MPA. I'm going to try to keep it down to 20 minutes to 30 minutes max a week. I'll do my very best to keep it as tight as possible for your busy schedule so you guys don't get lost into a lot of the stuff. And as we bring in 2 live sessions on a day-to-day basis around mid-year, then that can be very valuable for you guys as well. Okay, that'll be very valuable. So, okay, I can ask you guys right now, how many of you guys are actually looking forward to getting into the Iconic Trader program? Okay, just out of curiosity, I want to see, and how many of you guys are looking to drop out after the MPA 2.0? Okay. All right. Faisal, you're saying, last question, does it apply to crypto? For crypto, you would have to do a little bit of research around it to see how you can use the powers and the cheese and everything as you've seen. But in terms of stock market, it's very straightforward. It works very similarly instead of a lot of the news, but it also goes with earnings reports as well. So very similar for stock markets. Okay. Shamshad, you're saying how we show your performance to you, sir. As you're trading on a day-to-day basis, if you have a consistent track record for over 30 days, then reach out to us at info@urbanforex.com. We want to know how you're trading if it is lined up with the MPA 2.0 and the Iconic Trader program. If that is the case, then we will put you under monitor for another 2 months. And when you reach 1 quarter of consistent trading using our methods, then we'll fly you into Dubai and we'll begin your training program to get you into the prop firm where you'll be able to trade 5 to 6 figures. Okay. All right. So, there we go. Here's, I'm looking for some questions. Okay, here, Jared, you're saying, I would like to get the Iconic Trader program, but I need to build my account to be able to afford it. Oh, that's fine. That's no problem. Just remember, we'll take people in batches. So if you're not joining on the first intake, you can wait until the next intake. That's perfectly fine. There's a question. So we can use your technique for stock? Absolutely. Absolutely. D-Trader saying speedy recovery for the flu, Naveen. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm still I'm still underneath the weather. All right. So what is the objective right now? The objective right now is I want you to focus on everything that we've talked about in this webinar, because the markets are going to open up on the 6th and it's going to go hardcore going forward, right? As the markets open up back again on Monday, get ready to start trading. Sorry, not the 6th, but as it gets ready on Monday, get ready to start trading hardcore again. Okay, I'm standing aside for now, and then we'll take it from there. Again, all the performances regarding the trades, regarding cheese, you can always follow me on Instagram. I always share my trades out there in my daily stories. As you guys can see, I am not one of those guys who get out there, show a screenshot and saying, "Lo, look at my trade." No, none of that nonsense. You'll see me post videos of before, during, and after. Okay? So none of that nonsense of, hey, look, here's my screenshot of a positive trade, and then here's a screenshot of a Ferrari. No. So, all right. So thank you again, guys, for coming in. Again, if there's any questions, as you see just above the chat box, there's a link out there to reach out to us for support. Reach out to us and we will assist you. We need you to master everything up until this point. Do not lose this, because going forward, the next 4 weeks is going to be hardcore and it's going to be a lot better. Okay, so let's go over some of the last remaining questions. Oh, some of you guys are asking, what about some of the students who have already been with us prior to 2019? Yes, there will be an option for you guys to pick up the Iconic Trader program at a much lower price. So, there's always something we'll do for our regular people as well. So not to worry about that. All right. Okay, what percentage can we expect on our investments? Chad, you're asking that. That is a very personal question, and I won't be able to answer that because everyone trades differently. Some people are a lot more aggressive. Some people are a lot more conservative. Some people trade anywhere between 1% to 3%. Some go 10, 20%, and they risk the whole account. It's a very person-to-person type of question, and it's very hard to say until I don't see a person's performance to say, okay, here's what I project for you going forward. So it's very hard to say that. Okay. Yes, this is recorded. So those of you who are asking about that, don't worry about that. Bezad, you're saying apart from some news and don't have forecast, how about some news that don't have the forecast part? Leave those alone. Good question, actually, Bezad. You're asking about some news don't have forecast. Yeah, leave those alone. Those are probably not as important. You want to look at something where the market has an expectation for. So speeches, news events that don't have forecasts, I'm less interested in. Okay, I'm less interested in. All right. And I got a lot of email from you guys saying some of you guys are in Dubai. Reach out to me. As you guys see, I trade with a lot of the traders who are in Dubai as well, who come into Dubai. Some of my one-on-one students fly in from London to trade with me regularly. Some already live here, so we trade together as well. But we're going to organize this a lot more. We're going to start flying in people on our expense. Don't worry. But we want to see some consistency, because there's nothing better than trading together and trading a lot bigger. Okay. All right. Okay. And final question for you guys. Final question before we leave. How do you like the MPA 2.0 so far? Okay. Is there anything you would like for us to do to help improve your experience and learning to 10x it? Okay. And before we go, I also want a statement from all of you guys, something to chat into the chat box. I want all of you guys to type in, "This will be my year!" exclamation mark, and after that, write, "Watch me." Okay? You need to turn this into a reality for you guys. No more sitting around and thinking, maybe this is for me. I hope I get the right information. I hope someone gives me the big boy knowledge. You have the knowledge now. No more excuses. No more chickening out. This has to be your year, because if you don't make it with Urban Forex, it's over. There's nothing else you can do. Okay? We're the most affordable course out there. We are the biggest platform out there. We've won many awards. We're the best of the best of the best out there. If you don't make it here, then there's no more information out there for you. Okay? That means it's just an excuse of trying to be a trader. So you need to make it real and make a pact that this is going to be your year. There you go. There you go. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so thank you all for the feedbacks, and thank you all for saying this is your year. I will monitor all these, and I will come back and check your progress on our next live webinar. I want to see some live trades in there. I want to see some good performance and results. So on the next live webinar that we do together, I want to see how many pips you've made, how much money you've made. Be careful, stay safe. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Bye for now.